Alright, welcome back. So right now we're going to be doing some mixed operations with our negative decimal numbers. So let's get started with A. We have minus 2.5 plus 4.8 times minus 1.2 divided by 0.6. Okay, so the first thing we have to do before we do anything is decide our order of operations. So we know that we have a multiplication here, and that means, and a division here, which means we'll do multiplication and division from left to right, and then we will do addition last. So this will be first, second, and then we'll do this last. Alright. So with that in mind, let's break this up into steps. Let's do our first step, which is going to be 4.8 times negative 1.2. Alright, so that's going to be equal to 48 times minus 12. And just to remind us, at the end we have to divide by 100. So we'll ignore this, we'll just do this part here, but at the end we have to divide by 100. Alright, so this is going to be equal to negative 480 plus 96. And that is equal to negative 576, but because we're dividing by 100, we have to move that decimal point back 2 spaces, once and twice, and we have minus 5.76. Alright, for step 2, we are going to take our answer from this one, which is minus 5.76, and we're going to divide it by 0.6. So we need to change the problem to be minus 57.6 divided by 6 by timesing both sides of this division problem by 10. And the end result here is we bring 6 out the front, we have 57.6 here. That goes into 57, let's say it goes in there 9 times. And then we are left with a remainder of 3, and then 6 goes into 36 6 times. Because this is negative, our answer will be negative, so it's minus 9.6. Okay, finally, our third step. We have minus 2.5 plus negative 9.6, and this is the same as minus 2.5 minus 9.6. And when you have a negative number less another negative number, all you do is combine them and add a negative symbol on. So treat them almost as an addition problem. So in the end, 9.6 plus 2.5 is going to be 12.1, and then the answer is negative 12.1. So this is our final answer. Now later on you'll just do this on a calculator, but you have to make sure that you are doing the correct order of operations. Some calculators will do it properly, others won't. Alright, let's do one more example. Now, B, we have 3.3 minus negative 2.2 times 1.5 divided by 0.5. Okay, so we need to do our multiplication first, then our division, and finally our subtraction. So we do step 1, minus 2.2 times 1.5. Alright, so this is going to be equal to essentially 1.5 times what we've already got, but let's do the steps. We have minus 22 times 15. At the end we'll divide by 100. and that will be equal to negative 220 plus 110, and that just equals negative 330. But we're going to recognize this dividing by 100 and bring it back to 2 decimal places, just like we have in our initial question. Next up is step 2. We have our minus 3.3, and we're going to divide it by 0.5. Now, dividing by a half is the same as doubling, but you can use the same steps as before. So this will be equal to 33 divided by 5, which is going to be equal to, minus 33, 5 into negative 33. Negative 33. So 5 into 30 goes 6. And then we have a remainder 3. 5 into 30 goes 6 times. So the end result is going to be minus 6.6. And finally, we have step 3, which is going to be 3.3 minus 6.6. And these two negatives turn into a positive, and it becomes 3.3 plus 6.6, and that just equals 9.9. Alright, here's a couple for you guys to practice, so just give them a go, give the video a pause, and I will see you in a moment. Alright, let's get started. So for C, we had minus 7.2 minus 3.6 divided by minus 1.2 plus 1.8. So basically we just need to decide our order of operations first. So let's start out with our division, and then we have subtraction and addition, and we just do these left to right because they are of the same level. So let's get started with step 1. We can do 3.6 divided by minus 1.2. Alright, this is the same as 36 divided by negative 12, which is just going to be negative 3. Step 2. Minus 7.2 minus our negative 3. So that's the same as 7.2 or minus 7.2 plus 3, which is just going to be minus 4.2. For step 3, we have minus 4.2 plus 1.8. Right. So this is going to be equal to, one way of doing this is instead of adding 1.8, add 2 and then take away 0.2, and that will equal minus 2.4. Okay, so that's our answer for this one. Let's make some space for the next one. Alright, here's our final one, D. We have 6.6 plus negative 4.4 times 2 divided by 0.5 or minus 0.5. Alright, so we're going to do our multiplication first, then our division, and finally our addition third. Okay, so step 1. We have minus 4.4 times 2. Negative multiplied by a positive is going to be a negative. This will be equal to negative 8.8. Step 2 is going to be minus 8.8 divided by negative 0.5. So a negative divided by a negative is just going to be a positive. So basically we can bring out our technique from before and do minus 88, or you can just ignore the signs entirely for this and do 88 divided by 5. So 5 into 88, and that goes in 17 times. And then after that we have a remainder of 3, and then 5 into 30 goes 6 times. Right. So now we are on to our last part. We're going to write 17.6 here and then go on to step 3. Our final part is 6.6 plus 17.6, and that just equals 24.2. Okay, now at any point, if you would like to do more working out, or perhaps with these decimal addition and subtraction problems, put them into a column format, then that is totally fine. All I've done here is trying to make the working out as short as possible while still trying to communicate the main ideas. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.